Doherty, are you aware that in the list of best places to work in the federal government in 2015, that Secret Service ranks 319th out of 320?
I'm aware of that.
Did it ever occur to you that there might be a connection between the fact that 79% of the rank and file that work for the Secret Service, the men and women in uniform and in the protective detail, that might have something to do with that low ranking?
That ranking is connected to a lot of things that we didn't have.
Well, I can assure you that when 79% don't trust leadership, it's going to be reflected in your ranking. And I'm sitting here listening to this and listening to you guys talk about the overtime. And we had a hearing back in March of 2015, and it turns out that in that hearing we found out that the uniformed officers were now getting only like 25 minutes of training, and that your protection detail had previously been spending 25% of their on-duty time in training. It's now down to 2%. And then you're working these hours, I think Mr. Thomas Pirelli in a February hearing indicated maybe 58 hours. So you're working these people, and then you're providing them, in my opinion, untrustworthy leadership. And I just want to bring up something here, and going back to Mr. Gowdy's questions. Mr. Assistant Director Edward Lowry, who was recently promoted to that, does he have a misconduct citation in his record?
Again, I serve as the Chief Strategy Officer for the Secret Service. I'm not involved in the disciplinary process.
I'm not asking you if you were involved in this one. I'm asking you a direct question. It's a yes or no. Or you can say you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. You know, he's someone who sent out an email that said that there's some information that he might find embarrassing that needs to get out. The he was referring to is Mr. Chavitz, Chairman Chavitz. There's 10 new assistant directors that have been promoted. I've got a list here, 41 alleged misconduct or people charged with misconduct. How many of the 10 new assistant directors do you think might be on this list? And could you answer that for me?
I cannot.
Could you find out and let us know?
Yes.
I'd appreciate that. Would you also let us know if Mr. Lowry is one of those?
Yes.
Nodding your head, I take an affirmative. Thank you. I'd also like to point out that this appears to be problematic in the Department of Homeland Security, because among the large agencies, Homeland Security ranks last, and they rank last in 2014 and 2015. And I just think this is indicative, Mr. Chairman, of a major issue with management. And again, going back to the fact that 79% say that they find management not, that they're not honest and not trustworthy, makes it look like management's more interested in protecting management than they are looking out for the men and women who are putting their lives on the line. And you're wearing them out. And I can tell you as a former athlete that and particularly in football, then you got in the fourth quarter, fatigue would make a difference. I don't care. And you've reduced their training down to such low levels that you combine that with fatigue, and you're looking for a disaster. And then on top of that, you operate the agency in such a way that really is reprehensible. I've heard that word used once before. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to protect management? Are you going to continue to deny the committee the documents that we've requested? Because our objective is not necessarily to get anyone. Our objective is to restore the credibility and reputation of the Secret Service so that the men and women who serve the Secret Service can do their job, can get paid what they should get paid, and can get home safe. Is that too much to ask?
I appreciate the sports analogy because I use them all the time. Frankly, that's why we're coming here and doing the quarterly updates, to show you the things that we're doing. And yes, we have been talking to the committee to basically sort of resolve this ultimate issue about the records.
But the chairman's pointed out that we've made multiple requests. We've subpoenaed documents that we think are important to getting the Secret Service back to the level of expertise and credibility that they've enjoyed for their entire existence. But you've denied us those documents. We've got cases here where there's misconduct that's gone really unpunished. And if you want to restore your rank and file's confidence in the agency, you need to work with us. I yield back.